Now you were saying that you went to Dreamville and you didn't enjoy pretty much anybody except Usher.
Hmm.
Why is that?
Now, first, it could be generation. Let me own that.
Okay.
Okay, let me own that. Even though I am a fan of Dreamville, like I loved when they were all out on stage with Cole. Like that was probably my highlight besides seeing the Usher performance was seeing all them, boss up there on stage and Earth Gang, like just watching them like, yes, like, but I think that's because I come from the era where there were cliques or crews, and my biggest disappointment, being that I also lived right around the corner from where everything was happening, so I could hear, but I was there, was that it just seemed like mm. You know what? I'm gonna blame Jay Z on this one. Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna blame Jay Z on this one. Now,
whole front and center.
let me explain why I'm blaming Hove, even though Hove wasn't there, and it's not his fault. When he brought out that when he did the Black album, when he retired the first time, because I'm sure he'll retire at some point, maybe later on down the line. He don't need to, he's still doing his thing. But he comes out on stage, got Memphis Bleak on stage, and he starts doing big pimping. Only problem is the crowd is rapping it, not him. And and don't get me wrong, I get, like you that bad or you that big that the crowd can rap your lyrics for you. But for me, now this is not now talking about him. Now I'm just kind of just backing off of that. But I'm looking at their influence, and to me, when I see many artists do it now, to me that's a sign of laziness. Like for you to get on stage, I came to see you. Okay, you came to perform for me. No, you didn't come to see me. You came to perform for me. That's your job.
So is it the Walmart self checkout thing? Like I came to buy you, but now I got to check
Now I
myself
got to
out.
check me out. Yeah,
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 that's what it
exactly.
is.
Yeah, I like going to the people and going, doing the checkout and conversation every now and then. But
Yeah,
I also want you to have a job, so I don't want to go to this machine and do it myself. That's how I feel when I was there. I was just every solo artist, most of them, I should say, it's like to me they didn't have a show. They just had a set.
what about my boy Burner Boy? I heard good things about
No,
him.
Burna Boy was the oh no, okay. So let me step back. He did, and he puts on the show. I mean, I saw
Yeah,
him like Madison Square Garden. No, Burna Boy gives you a show, but see, also, where's Burna Boy from?
Nigeria, somewhere in Nigeria, I
Okay,
think.
boom. So I think that's the other thing
Culture.
when coming from another country now or a different continent, same
Mm-hmm.
other continent from our origin, but coming from there, I think that they have more of a respect for the
Mm-hmm.
art form and the performance. And when he's on stage, he's moving and dancing and
Yeah.
moving with me. So it's like he doesn't necessarily have to have a crew with him because he's
Mm-hmm.
going to give it to you alone.
Mm-hmm.
Same way Bob Marley did back in the day with a band. Bob Marley still gave you a show. Same way
Mm-hmm.
Patti LaBelle does now with a band. She still roll on the floor. You know,
Mm-hmm.
these other folks, they rap and then every 10 seconds they stop. Yeah, and they hold the mic out. And I'm like, no, Drake, I'm not rapping your song, Corny Canadian. I need you to keep going. No, Glow, I'm not. No. I wish you had on a different top too. But no, I'm sorry. Like I'm just not. And so, but don't get me, but yes, I am truthfully throwing shade at them, but they're gonna be all right because they paid. But the whole point was that I was just disappointed because to me, what I see is really a pathway to destruction in some ways. Like they either gonna be so lazy, they're just gonna enjoy the money. Like we are talking about the basketball players, like it's like they getting the paper, so it's like you kind of you're doing the typical now. You're not doing you're not going the extra mile. So to me, you are a recording artist, but you're not an artist. You know what I'm saying? You're an opportunist that's making, like that's doing your thing. The reason why I say I blame Hove, I really it's not his fault, so it's not, Mr. Carter's fault at all. But I think that the image of him, when everyone has that wasteful conversation, who's your top five? I'm like, oh, that's such a wasted conversation. But he always comes up. And I'm talking about his impact, the impression of him. I think that is what a lot of people want. They want to be that. They want to have that and the things that he's been through to get to where he is and all of that stuff. I'm like, I don't want to go through that. But when I look at quality of performances, it was just low quality this year to me because they weren't performing. They were just on stage speaking and then holding the mic out to the crowd. I mean, I counted when Drake was on there, when he first got on, I counted it was every 10 to 15 seconds, he'd rap, point the mic out, like seriously. And he's the biggest one there, technically, right? The biggest star. And I'm like, man, the least you can do is finish a song. And don't even get me started on the I Will Love You corny crap he did at the end for J. Cole. I ain't gonna get on that. I'm like, what is this? You gonna kiss him? I ain't got nothing, I ain't against same gender, nothing like that. Do your thing. But I'm like, man, I know you're not playing this Whitney Houston song for Jake. I know you not. So that was me. So I was disappointed, with with the festival this year. And that's just my take. But like I said, it could be my generation. I'm almost in my mid-40s, so I grew up where people, I mean, shoot, even when Tupac ran across the stage, the brother broke a sweat because he knew how to hold the crowd. Man, these folks they not even breaking a sweat. They're not working. Even Cole was just on stage trying to hold his pants up. And I'm like, come on, Fayetteville. Come on, man. Come on, man. Those locks ain't that heavy. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. But yeah, I'm sure if I was famous, right, people be like, he's hating. But no, I'm older than all of them, watching them, knowing that I can outperform them. Like, I'm in my 40s watching these early 30-year-olds, late 20-year-olds. I'm like, none of y'all in shape. None of y'all can move. You can't even do a handstand if I threaten you to do it. So the disappointment is seeing these artists who are not taking care of themselves, which to me means also you're not taking care of the art form either. You just benefiting off of it. So that's my ultimate disappointment. That's my soapbox. I'm jumping off of the soap.